any team to keep up with him.
Here's Porzingis following the basket by MP. There's Brown with the three. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. To the middle, looking for Finney-Smith, and he gets it there. Back to MP. Pass the buck. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Boston trailing. Tatum passes to Brown. Outside Holiday. Here's Tatum. Brooklyn with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, but this is a team they faced and beat in the postseason a year ago. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Celtics trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Man passes to Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Misses the three.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And we've got a story coming to us from Shams Charania out of Denver. Hey, Shams, what do you have on the Nuggets?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. They've made an aggressive move to bring in Mitchell Robinson. He can protect the rim and he can get out on shooters. He just has so much energy on that side of the floor. It changes what you can do defensively, and that by itself can make all the difference.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. And the three ball is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Porzingis trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Detroit. Fires from deep. And it's Brown missing.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Here's Butler. Nothing on the board. MP with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. MP kicks to Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside Tatum. Brown feeling out a bit. Puts it up. And it's good off the back rim and in. Brown's got 5 now.
Well, look, they need Brown making an impact with his outside game, and he rarely disappoints.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Brooklyn, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly. Brooklyn. Butler comes in for Thomas. And MP subbed in for Shake Milton. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Tatum passes to Tillman. Puts up a three. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Tatum. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pippen is out there with MP. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against Portland was tremendous. He picked up 39 points and made everyone around him better with his passing, with a whole lot of assists. An amazing performance. Probably we won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Outside Butler. Pass to MP. MP finds a gap, and the layup falls. MP's got 6 points. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Walsh. And here is Tatum. This game he had 28 points. Shot clock at 5. High post try. And another basket for Boston.
Well, this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Not necessarily a staple of Butler's game, but there, reminding the defense, he can drain it from deep.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. There's a screen by Achua. Pritchard gets the bucket. 5 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Hip it. Boston grabs the miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Achua, the pass to Walsh. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Pippen outside. Back to MP. Pass to Pirtle. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 5 assists in the game. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics, trailing by 2. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a new group in for the Celtics. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Number 1, the Nets.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Here's Achua. 9 points last game. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Brown's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
And here is Milton. From deep, Thomas drops in the tray. Thomas got 9.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Picked off in midair. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And here's a look at some numbers for Kristaps Porzingis.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
He hits the second from the line. There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Brown outside. For the 3. And it's MV with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Thomas, that's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Holiday, the pass to Mann. Back to Holiday. Pass to Brown. This ball movement by Boston. There's a screen by Achua. 6 to shoot. Man passes to Achua. And the Celtics can't hang on to the ball.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Nets making a change here. Brownie's checked in. Nets leading by 5. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
On the wing, MP. Guarded by Holiday. MP, no good. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Brown. He's got 8. Off target from the baseline. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Nets.
This has been a display of what we often talk about on this show, unselfish ball movement.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
On the floor for Boston, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday out there with Trey Mann, and it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason, it's a highlight reel being put together by MP.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Brown with it. Porzingis with a screen on Butler. Inside, Claxton with the steal. Pass to MP. Stolen by Holiday. Tatum down low. Finney-Smith defending. Porzingis passes to Mann. The tray. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 9 rebounds now tonight. MP against Holiday. And they call an illegal screen here.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Butler. And he's also got the second best three-point percentage in the league. An absolute dead-eye from beyond.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Launches a 3. Whoa! Tatum stretching his range.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Butler passes to MP. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Now, Mann. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
MP dishes to Butler. And again, it's the Nets missing. Celtics trail by 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Porzingis with a screen on MP. Holiday with the 3. Jimmy Butler pulls it in.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
MP kicks to Butler. From past the arc. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Nets making a change here. He's checked in. Austin also with the sub. Pritchard, he's checked in for Trey Mann. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. And here is Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Boston. No good that time either.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Thomas passes to MP. And the Nets, another 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Pritchard. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Butler against Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Clowney pulls it in. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Puts it up from 15. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Porzingis with a screen on Butler. To Porzingis. The 3. MP grabs the miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
That one falls.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Celtics trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got 8 points.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
And here's MP for 3. And Boston with the rebound. The Celtics have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Some changes for Brooklyn. Pirtle, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Pippen subbed in for Butler. Then for the Celtics, Tillman, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Achua in for Jason Tatum. Outside Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's vertical is still sneaky good. At 6'4", he's capable of hammering it down.
MP deciding where to go with it. It's Thomas on the wing. Sinks the triple. He's got 14.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Pritchard. 8 points for him. Brown outside. There's a screen by Achua. Brown with the bucket.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That three at the other end didn't sit well with them.
Pippen the pass to MP. The rebound by Holiday. Celtics trail by 6. Knocks it loose. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Holiday. Brown outside. 11 feet away. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Clowney. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 9 assists now tonight. The Celtics shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Thomas against Brown. Lets it go with the 3. That shot missing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. He's checked in for the Nets. And the Celtics also making a change. Holiday's checked in. They've got Pippen. He's out there with MP. Butler out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Clowney in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
The drive by MP. And MP throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Butler. Back to MP. 6 on the shot clock. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, this is the kind of pressure Tatum puts on defenses. He forces them to compromise with the foul.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Pass to Holiday. Free throw line jump shot. Clowney pulls it in. Nets leading by 7. MP outside. To the wing right side. Poeltl kicks to MP. Hands the shot from the wing. MP's got 4 this quarter.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He knows every possession is critical now. So both teams making some changes here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Boston again missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
MP sets the screen for MP. That one drops for him. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Brown with it. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. Nets leading by 11. MP outside. Out left to the wing. No good from Finney-Smith. Boston shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Great job by Tatum in close.
Well, with his dribble moves, Tatum will get where he needs to go, and he's an outstanding finisher.
Butler finds Thomas. Now MP. Pass to Finney-Smith. Three-pointer. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Now Brown. Man in the corner. Screen by Porzingis. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Mann. Brooklyn's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. On the wing, MP. Guarded by Holiday. Claxton. Nice D from Porzingis.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And it's Brown missing.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Now, here's MP. Defended by Mann. And here's MP for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brown the pass to Mann. Fires for 3. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Brown.
This shot used to be a question mark for Brown coming into the league. Now you got to guard him from deep.
Butler finds MP. Back to Butler. MP with a screen on Holiday. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by MP. And the Nets lead by 9.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's Brown with the 3. That one, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. MP kicks to Finney-Smith. Over Porzingis. Porzingis with the block.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
Tatum dishes to Holiday. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
You earned that one.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.